Hey, hello, sacred friend. Welcome back. I am Lori Andros, and welcome to today's episode of the Luminary Life Podcast. Here we are on the cusp of the Sagittarius new moon and the winter solstice. And as we sit just at the cusp of these two significant days as we wind down the year, we're being called into a very sacred energy, one of reflection and contemplation, one of completion and creating space for what is going to emerge. You know, this past year has been quite the journey, and I feel like we could have a whole conversation about that, but ultimately, this has been a year of really calling our light forward and anchoring it within, calling it back from the places where it's felt scattered and disconnected, allowing it to anchor within in such a way where we are embodying our own light, embodying the wisdom that we walk with, and embodying the medicine we carry in the unique ways we are here to share it with others. But a part of that process has also been the process of creating space in our lives for how the embodiment of our gifts actually wants to be lived and expressed and shared. And creating space often looks like letting things go, releasing, bringing things to a point of completion or closure. And that has kind of a little different energy. It can feel challenging in many, many ways. And you may have noticed that as an underlying theme for yourself over the past year. You take a step forward and you feel like you get pulled back about 20 as you let something else go. And that this year has looked like that for a lot of people. And if that's something you've experienced, I want to really honor the journey that you've taken and the journey that is emerging in front of you. This past year of completion is really not only a year of completion just on a personal level, it's been this collective year of completion for an entire 9-year cycle that we have been moving through. And that 9-year cycle is something that began in 2017. As we looked at 2017, 2017 was a 1 year in numerology. And then each year following that became another number added onto that. So 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 9. So 2025, you add the 2, and the 5, you get the number 9. It's a year of closure. 2026 is going to be a year of new beginnings. And we're creating space for that place of new beginning. We're closing out, not just this year, we're closing out a 9-year chapter. We're closing out a journey that has unfolded in so many significant ways. I think the reality we stepped into this past 9-year cycle with is dramatically different to the reality we are exiting with. This past 9-year cycle has largely been about unearthing hidden truths, shattering illusions, bringing things to the surface in humanity in ways where it has been underneath in this deep undercurrent, so that we can see things clearly, so that we can begin to recognize just how important it is that we honor who we are, the gifts we carry, the medicine we walk with, and allow it to be shared in the world. I feel like all of the events over this past cycle have come together in such a way where the awareness of how important it is for us to share who we are authentically, it's no longer hidden. It is so clear and obvious and important and essential for the time we're moving through. And that's a very exciting thing. It can feel weighty at times, right? We can feel like, oh my goodness, this is immense. And our recall of what life looked like, what our reality looked like as we stepped into this 9-year cycle, as compared to where reality is right now, it's dramatically different. And I think one of the big things that is important to remember as we lean into this winter solstice, as we move through this new moon, is that we're not only closing this year and this chapter, but we are creating space to dream, to vision, to imagine, to step into an entirely new reality as we step into 2026. And that reality is one that we are co-creating together. And it invites us to get curious about what it is we long to experience. How do we want to live life? How do we want to engage in relationships? How do we want to share our gifts in the world? What feels authentic and natural and aligned? And these are big questions. These are big things to consider. And part of giving ourselves the freedom, energetic freedom to do that, is really honoring and closing the year in a way that feels sacred and gives it dignity and brings it deep, deep honor. Closing the year, closing the cycle, allowing it to be complete. So today, I want to shift out of a place of conversation for this episode, and I want to step into the place of the sacred with you. And I want to invite you to join me on a shamanic journey to the crystal cave, where we can sink in and connect with our own voice of inner wisdom, really honoring what is complete, and then tapping into and accessing the energy of the crystal cave and the crystals themselves and what they are really eager to share with us. As we look to 2026, clear quartz came forward as our 2026 crystal of the year. I don't think there's any coincidence to this. The message with it is plant the seeds of your dreams. Oh my goodness. Yes, 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 yes. More please, right? It is inviting us into the place of connecting with vision, connecting with the divine, connecting with spirit, connecting with the earth, and allowing our vision to land here on earth. Now, one of the things that's really fun about this year, the end of the year and the new beginning of 2026, is that we're not only closing out the 2025, we're closing out that 9-year cycle. We are not only opening 2026, we are opening a new 9-year cycle. And so some of the inspiration and dreams and visions and ideas that are beginning to come in may feel more immense than some of the ideas and visions that we often have at the beginning of a new year. As that comes in, I want to invite you to just be soft, present with what shows up. Don't feel like this is something you need to rush into action with and bring to life immediately. These are things that are going to emerge in the coming cycle, the next 9-year cycle. As the next 9 years unfolds, they are going to little by little come into form. Think about planting a tree in your yard. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, 7, 8, 9. By the time you hit 9 years, it is expansive, it's stable, it's rooted, and it's really producing. I love to watch this in my own garden. Chris and I have planted so many trees over the years, and watching their timeline. This is something that we get to be present with our hopes and dreams and visions. As they come in and we plant the seeds for them, what is their timing? How are they going to emerge and come forward? So exciting. Okay, so for this experience today, I want to invite you to grab a journal and a pen. Get a cup of tea or water, something that will be refreshing and nourishing for your body. And if you have a piece of quartz, clear quartz, and or a piece of carnelian. If you have both of them, grab them. If you have one or the other, just grab them. If you have neither, it's all good. Don't worry, the crystals have your back. They'll hold the space for you. Just show up, let yourself be here. But go ahead, hit pause, come on back, and we'll sink in together. All right, welcome back. So I have my beautiful drone flute with me. I'll be playing that a little bit throughout this experience, and throughout other periods of time along the way, I'll be guiding your experience. We're going to journey into the crystal cave, and we are going to sit by the fire that is being activated and ignited or stabilized actually by carnelian. It's going to have a nice steady flame for you, warm, beautiful space. And we're going to journey from wherever we are through a beautiful wintry landscape to the crystal cave, where we are going to connect in. But don't feel like you need to rush there. Let me guide you and let yourself linger in the spaces and the journey as it unfolds along the way. All right, so go ahead, get comfortable, and let yourself begin by just taking a couple nice deep breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. And when you're ready, bring one hand to your heart and another hand to your navel center. And let yourself just talk to yourself softly, inviting yourself to slow down, to be here now, to be deeply and fully present within this moment, within this space, within the sacred vessel that is you. Wonderful. And as you feel yourself just settling into your body, I want to invite you to begin to visualize yourself, imagine yourself in a beautiful wintry scene, a wintry landscape. Let the reality around you just begin to shift, to transform, to reflect a wonderful, sacred, soulful, wintry space. And as it begins to transform, you're going to notice that there is also an animal that makes itself aware to you. This animal is going to be your ally for our journey today. And as it steps forward and comes into your awareness, let yourself just connect. Let yourself say hello and invite it into the light that is within the space, the natural light that's present. Wonderful. And as it steps forward, share with it that you are taking a journey today to the crystal cave, a space of reflection, a space of soul remembering, a space to reconnect with the hopes, the dreams, the visions within your heart, a space to honor what is complete and welcome what is just beginning. Wonderful. And as you share this, notice how the landscape changes yet again and a pathway emerges. Together, let yourselves follow this pathway. As you follow the pathway, notice how the landscape around you continues to light up, to shift and change. Notice what's there Are there trees? Is it an open field? Is there a fence? Is there a gateway? What is the landscape? How do you feel with each step? Is the pathway well traveled, or are you blazing your own trail, stepping deeply into the snow? Up ahead in the distance, you notice a light. It's faint and it flickers, and yet it feels steady. Your pathway is going to take you to that light. As you continue to step forward, nearing that light, seeing it become even brighter, you recognize that this light is coming from a cave. There's a cave in the landscape. It may feel like it just emerged out of nowhere, or like it's a natural part of the surroundings. Let yourself approach the cave and notice that at the cave entrance, there's a gatekeeper. And share with the gatekeeper why you are coming to this cave. You can begin by sharing that the light has called you forward. You can share that you're coming for the winter solstice, for the new moon, to sink into a space of reflection, honoring of your soul, a space of release, and a space of welcoming new ideas, visions, dreams, inspiration. The gatekeeper is going to check in to make sure that you are coming from a place of purity, from a deep honoring of all of life, an honoring of you, an honoring of the earth, an honoring of the landscape, an honoring of the crystals that reside within. Let yourself take a deep breath and feel your own reverence deep within. Feel your deep knowing and the purity of your intent. And as you feel it, the gatekeeper knows, just knows, and gives you a nod, acknowledging that deep reverence, steps aside and invites you in. As you step into this cavernous space, you're immediately warmed by the fire. That fire is a space to receive what it is you are letting go of. The fire is a container of transformation, transmuting what is complete into gifts, magic, possibility. Throughout this cavernous space, there are candles to illuminate it. And as you look around the space, you begin to notice the crystals sparkling from the walls. In some places, just like glitter. In other places, you notice the crystals are massive, protruding from the wall. And then as you continue to look around the space, begin to notice that there is a place created just for you beside the fire. And as you approach the fire, your animal ally comes with you and sits beside you. And the fire, the energy of carnelian that is active within this fire and within this space is inviting you to release whatever is complete. This may be very conscious. It may be from the place of unconscious. Let yourself simply soften and be present with the flames as they dance. Let your heart and your awareness continue to be present with the fire, honoring and releasing, being warmed and nourished, allowing it to surround you in a way that feels expansive and empowering. And then as you begin to feel a sense of awareness around the reflective piece of release and honoring and letting go and acknowledging the past journey is complete, notice how you begin to feel a call to move about the cave again. And let yourself just slowly rise. And notice where within the cave wall you are called to visit. There's a particular crystal that's calling to you. Let yourself approach it. And as you arrive at that crystal, let yourself just gently place your hands upon it. And notice how its temperature is different than what you may have expected. How it feels so natural in your hand. And how the energy of the earth, the cavern wall, just radiates, pulsates through the crystal. in such a way that you can feel it exhale and inhale as its breath flows, bringing life, the life of the earth through, sharing it with you. Let yourself begin to breathe with it, feeling your rhythm come into harmony with it, feeling your rhythm begin to match the pulse of the earth. And as this rhythm begins to match, notice how the crystal itself begins to reflect back to you images, ideas, vision, inspiration, a sense of knowing, emotion, clarity. Bit by bit, it emerges. Bit by bit, it's deeply present with you. Bit by bit, as you are breathing with it, expanding and contracting, notice how your energy just naturally begins to expand with what is being awakened within you. Notice what is in your heart and share it with love and with clarity and compassion with this crystal, allowing it to respond to you, allowing the rhythm of expression and release and expression and receiving to come back and forth, this beautiful engagement of conversation between you, your soul, and the crystal. Soft and gentle, patient. And as this unfolds, you may notice even a crystalline sound within the air around you. Pure, clear, clean. Breathe with it. Wonderful. And notice if you have any questions that are showing up, things that you would like to ask the crystals, and this crystal in particular. Let yourself ask and receive its response in whatever way that is. Maybe vision, maybe sound, maybe sensation, maybe knowing, maybe emotion. Let yourself just breathe. Wonderful. And notice how the temperature is just beginning to shift, letting you know that the transmission, the exchange of energy between the two of you is coming to a close for this moment in time. Thank the crystal. Thank the cave. Thank the earth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And allow yourself to just simply step back. And again, just take in the beauty of this cave. And then step back and return to the fire. And this time, as you return to the fire, we're going to allow the fire to feed and stoke your inner flame. And let yourself just reach forward and draw the warmth of the flame into your heart, nourishing, activating, awakening. And then reach in again and draw the warmth of the flame into your belly, nourishing, activating, clarifying. And then one more time, drawing the warmth of the flame into your third eye. Releasing, activating, nourishing. Wonderful. And then as you are just finishing up, let yourself notice that there's a stick on the earth beside the fire. And I want to invite you to pick that stick up. And this is your gift that you are leaving to the space, leaving to the cave, to the fire. You're nurturing and nourishing. And I want to invite you to blow into it your wishes for the earth, your wishes for humanity, your wishes for life as we step into this new timeline for our reality. Just use your breath, exhale them in, and then when you feel ready, place that stick into the fire. Wonderful. And then with your animal ally, step back from the fire and begin to make your way back towards the cave entrance. And you'll notice that the gatekeeper is here waiting for your departure. Honor the gatekeeper with gratitude. Thank this gatekeeper for allowing you to enter this space, to connect with yourself in such a beautiful and sacred way, to access this birthplace of dreams and visions that are held within the crystals and stones. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then begin to make your way back down the path, little by little returning to yourself. Gently breathing, little by little beginning to bring your awareness back towards that space where you began. And as you arrive there, once again, look around and notice how this wintry scene may appear a little different. Thank the animal who traveled with you and notice if there's anything you would like to share with the animal, if it has any final words to share with you. Offer your gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then let it depart as you step back fully into your own physical body, bringing your full awareness into this moment and time and space, into your world, your reality. And as you do that, let yourself just open your eyes, look about your space, give your body some soft, gentle movements. Wonderful. Let yourself just breathe deeply. I want to thank you for joining me for a journey into the Crystal Cave. This is such a potent time to visit the Crystal Cave. And the Crystal Allies, the Crystal and Stone Allies coming forward for 2026 have a lot to share, and they're eager to work with us to dive deeper into sacred practice and weave that into our daily life in ways that have unique meaning to each of us. If this experience is something that really resonated with you, I want to invite you to consider joining me for the Sanctuary Circle. This is an annual membership that kicks off in the new year on the full moon, January 3rd, and it runs throughout the entire year. We meet, Ruby members meet on the full moon and new moon, And we come together in circle and we journey with the crystal allies of the month, just as you just experienced here. This is a beautiful, heartfelt way to connect with self, to connect with our own voice of inner wisdom, the unique gifts and medicine that we bring to the world, and to glean insight from the crystals and stones regarding our next steps, the ways that we are being called to listen a little bit more closely or take inspired action. This is a beautiful space to come together in sacred community. It's a beautiful way to work with the crystals and stones. And it's a beautiful way to embrace the sacred in your path. I'm going to put a link down below, and I want to invite you to pop over and check that out. Our early enrollment pricing ends on December 24th, and it'll just shift with that. And we begin on January 3rd. I hope you can join us. From that, I want to thank you for being here today. And I want to invite you to take some time following the close of this episode to just sink into reflection, take notes. And you can come back to this meditation anytime, sink into it again, journey again into the crystal cave, connect with the animal ally, step into the space by the fire where you're invited to release. I wish you a wonderful new moon, a wonderful winter solstice. And as always, shine brightly, my friend. Bye for now.